there's a lot of buzz and speculation about the Pi Network's upcoming mainnet launch. With millions tapping away on their phones, everyone's asking, what happens when Pi finally goes live? In this video, we're diving into what real users, the pioneers, are saying, not just the official announcements. We'll explore the excitement, hopes, and also the concerns and frustrations from those who've invested their time in this project. The goal? To give you an honest look at what the Pi community is actually discussing as mainnet approaches. Let's jump in. The excitement surrounding Pi Network's mainnet launch is palpable. You can feel it in the air, see it in the online forums, and hear it in the conversations of crypto enthusiasts around the globe. It's truly everywhere, dominating discussions and capturing the attention of a vast digital audience. The anticipation is building with each passing day. After years of dedicated mining, countless hours spent tapping that button, users are eagerly anticipating this moment, seeing it as the point where Pi could finally transition from a digital asset to something with tangible real-world value and utility. The potential is immense, but with the hype and excitement comes a very real and pressing demand for answers. People aren't just looking for vague promises or marketing slogans, they want concrete details, verifiable information, and a clear understanding of what's to come. The community is actively asking, what exactly will mainnet look like on day one? What will the user experience be? What features will be immediately available upon launch? What functionalities can users expect to utilize from the get-go? How will the tokenomics work in practice? What are the mechanisms governing the supply, distribution, and overall economic model of Pi? CryptoCadet7 summed it up perfectly in a recent forum post. We're all incredibly excited and enthusiastic for mainnet. We've been waiting for this for a long time, but it's definitely time to end the mystery surrounding the project's future. The ambiguity needs to be cleared. We need a detailed, comprehensive, and public roadmap outlining the project's future direction, now. The current lack of clear and readily available information is leading to a growing sense of frustration within the community. Users are eager to be treated as informed and valued stakeholders in the project's success, and not simply as passive observers waiting on the sidelines. A publicly available roadmap would significantly build confidence and trust within the community, and it would also play a crucial role in effectively managing expectations and setting realistic goals. The continued absence of transparency and open communication is starting to erode the trust that has been carefully built over time. As the mainnet launch date rapidly approaches, the community rightfully expects a greater degree of openness and transparency from the core team and project leadership. They want to witness and understand real, tangible progress being made, and not just receive vague, coming soon updates that lack substance and detail. The long-term future and overall success of the Pi Network project hinges on its ability to move away from vague promises and abstract concepts, and transition towards a model of clear, consistent, and open communication with its user base. That's ultimately what will sustain the current level of enthusiasm and ensure the project's continued growth and adoption. Let's talk about the node operators, the backbone of Pi's network. These users run Pi software on their computers, keeping the blockchain secure and decentralized. Many have invested serious time and resources but feel overlooked as mainnet approaches. Their main concern? Lack of clear communication about their role and rewards post-mainnet. Jalil_0xpi put it bluntly. Been running a node 24/7 for over a year. What's our clear role and reward structure post-mainnet? The ambiguity around node rewards and responsibilities is a major issue. Operators want to know, will technical demands increase? Will there be new requirements? It's not just about money. They want a voice in the network's future. Without clear answers, some worry their commitment isn't valued. If node operators feel ignored, it could impact Pi's decentralization and stability. Their continued engagement is crucial for a robust network. Addressing their concerns directly would strengthen the entire ecosystem. The core team needs to recognize and support these unsung heroes. Decentralization is at the heart of crypto. It's the foundational principle that aims to distribute power, control, and decision-making across a network, rather than concentrating it in the hands of a few. This ethos is what attracts many to the world of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology, but as projects mature, the question of how truly decentralized they remain often arises. Some in the Pi community are beginning to voice concerns about the potential for too much control residing with the core team, a situation that could undermine the very principles upon which Pi was founded. As Mainnet nears, the moment when Pi transitions to its fully operational blockchain, these questions become even more pressing. The launch of the mainnet represents a pivotal point in Pi's journey, a moment of truth that will determine the future direction of the project. Concerns are growing within the community about whether Pi will truly hand over power to its users, empowering them to shape the network's future. Or will it maintain a centralized structure, where key decisions are made by a select few? This transition of power is crucial for fostering trust and ensuring the long-term health of the Pi network. CryptoChai88 voiced it, a sentiment echoed by many within the Pi network community. My biggest fear? That the Pi Foundation retains too much control, acting as a central authority rather than a facilitator of a decentralized ecosystem. If it's not truly decentralized, if the community doesn't have a real voice, trust will erode, and the project's potential will be severely limited. Users want clarity on governance. They want to understand the mechanisms that will be in place to ensure that the network is governed fairly and transparently. Who decides the future of Pi? Who holds the ultimate authority to make critical decisions about the network's development and direction? Will there be on-chain voting, allowing token holders to directly participate in key decisions through a transparent and secure voting process? Do node operators or token holders get a say in the network's evolution? Will their voices be heard and considered in the decision-making process? The way Pi is distributed, the initial allocation of tokens, and how much is controlled by the core team is also under scrutiny. The community is carefully examining the token distribution model to ensure fairness and prevent undue influence by any single entity. Even the KYC process, the Know Your Customer verification, raises questions about centralization and data control. The handling of personal information and the potential for data breaches are significant concerns for the community. If the network is decentralized in name only, if it's merely a facade of decentralization, the community could lose faith, leading to a decline in participation and ultimately hindering the project's success. Building real decentralization means more than just running nodes. It requires a fundamental shift in power dynamics. It's about sharing power and decision-making, empowering the community to actively participate in shaping the network's future. The community is watching for signs that Pi is serious about this transition, carefully observing the actions of the core team and assessing their commitment to decentralization. The project's long-term success, its ability to thrive and achieve its full potential, depends on credible, transparent governance. Clear processes, open communication, and accountability are essential for building trust and fostering a thriving community. Will Pi become a truly community-owned network, a decentralized ecosystem where users have a real say in its direction, or stay under central control, with the core team maintaining a tight grip on the network's reins? This is the critical test ahead, a defining moment that will determine the future of Pi network. Despite all the concerns swirling around the project, the lingering questions about its long-term viability, and the ever-present doubts that plague any ambitious endeavor, the hype for Pi's mainnet launch is still massive. It's a testament to the project's vision and the community's unwavering belief in its potential. The anticipation is palpable, and the excitement is infectious. For every skeptic who raises a valid point or expresses a reservation, there are many more users who are genuinely excited and optimistic about what the future holds for Pi network. They see the potential for a truly decentralized and accessible cryptocurrency. The idea of a cryptocurrency already in the hands of millions of people worldwide is incredibly powerful. It represents a paradigm shift in how digital currencies are distributed and adopted. Rachel Minespi, a prominent voice in the Pi community, said it best, "I know there are questions, legitimate concerns that need to be addressed, but I truly believe Pi can deliver real utility and value to its users." Mainnet is the first big step towards realizing that vision. It's the foundation upon which the entire Pi ecosystem will be built. Even if only a fraction of the millions of users become actively engaged in the Pi ecosystem, Pi's network effect is still absolutely huge. The sheer scale of the user base provides a significant advantage. LoopMiner23, another enthusiastic member of the community, perfectly captured the prevailing mood. "Mainnet LFG, let's freaking go, been waiting years for this moment to arrive, to the moon." The excitement is palpable and the community is ready for the next chapter. The growing ecosystem of Pi-powered applications and utilities further adds to the overall anticipation surrounding the mainnet launch. The core team has successfully built a truly global community, spanning across continents and cultures, united by a shared goal: to create a more accessible and equitable financial system. People are deeply invested, not just financially in Pi but also in the underlying idea of accessible cryptocurrency for everyone, regardless of their background or technical expertise. The unique blend of massive scale, unparalleled accessibility through mobile mining, and the potential for real-world utility keeps the hype surrounding Pi network very much alive and kicking. Even the most vocal critics secretly want Pi to ultimately succeed. They just want to ensure that it lives up to its ambitious promise and delivers on its lofty goals. As the mainnet launch date rapidly approaches, hope, optimism, and healthy skepticism are all simultaneously at play within the Pi community. The real challenge that lies ahead is turning all this initial hype and excitement into lasting value, genuine utility, and, most importantly, unwavering trust in the Pi network. The Pi mainnet launch is a pivotal moment, watched by millions. There's real excitement, but also serious calls for transparency, clear roadmaps, and true decentralization. Node operators want recognition and clarity. The broader community wants partnership, not just pronouncements. The next steps will determine if Pi becomes a robust, valuable blockchain or just another crypto experiment. The potential is huge, but execution is everything. What do you think? Are you excited, concerned, or both? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.